Well, welcome back. Man, it's been a whole week. And once again, I really do miss you all. But you know what would really make me have such a really good day? Is a nice big old hug. But when I get the very next chance, I can't wait to give you all such a big hug. So parents, please remember that if you want to stay up to date on all the things that we're doing, we are now using Class Dojo. So please, parents, send me the names of all your children and please send me your phone number and your email to make sure that you can sign up today. This way, you can get all the regular updates and information that we have going out to all of our students. This includes arts, projects, and different activities, and even opportunities to be on our Children's Church broadcast. Now, if you would like to be a volunteer and help us with the broadcast, maybe be on the show as well, then please send the @MZACHI to the number 81010.
Hi, my name is Kristen Clark, and here are the announcements. Follow us at MTZ Today on Facebook, Instagram, Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube. Like and follow us to stay up to date and get notifications whenever we go live. Now it's seed time and harvest. For Children's Church, we ask that every child gives $1. This helps them to learn about the blessings and importance of giving. You can give to the church in the following ways. You can give by mailing your check, not cash, to Mount Zion Assembly's P.O. Box 7675, Fresno, California 93747. Next, you can text the word GIVE to 833-668-2664. That's the word GIVE to 833-668-2664. By following the prompts, you can ensure your donation is set up correctly. Next, you can use the Cash App by typing $MTZ Assemblies. In the notes section, you can type Tithes and Offerings plus Children's Church. I hope you have a great day. God bless you.
Hi everybody, now welcome to our Arts and Projects room. But look at our room, it's kind of empty. So I'm gonna need your help to do some arts and projects, and then we can start making this place look a whole lot cooler. Today for Valentine's Day, we're going to make some cards. So you're going to need 2 pieces of paper. You can use markers, crayons, color pencils, regular pencils, anything that you like. Then we're going to need either a pen or a pencil. Now, when we're using scissors, make sure that your parents or guardian is with you, okay? And if you have some very creative little shaped scissors like these, then you can use those too. You're going to need some glue or the glue stick. And if you do use a glue gun like this one or a hot glue gun, you want to make sure that your parents or guardians are there with you to help you make sure that you're staying safe, okay? Well, let's go through it. Okay, first things first. When we're working, especially with markers, you want to make sure that you have something to cover your table. This way the markers or the glue or the hot glue gun doesn't damage the table underneath. You can use a plastic table cover, or you can use a poster board, or even a regular piece of cardboard box. So we're going to take our first piece of paper, and we are going to, you see it's the long way, we're going to fold it over. So take your time and make sure you get the edges and I'm going to fold it over just like that. And then look at my thumbs. I'm holding down those 2 points. I'm going to use my thumbs to press out the creases. Now my hands are bigger than yours, but you can always do like this, and then you can use your finger to go along the edges, just like that. Now I'm going to take this piece of paper. Okay, so with these scissors, I've got a longer pair of scissors. This way it's easier to cut. And we're gonna go right down this seam here. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing again. So we have this long sheet, and I'm going to fold it over. And then if you get one edge, you go down, and then you're still holding that edge together, and you're gonna go across. There you go. And you have a nice crease right there. So that's going to be the first one. Then we're going to take the second one. We're going to fold it over. Get the edges nice and matched up. Take our finger, go down along the edge, and then we're going to go across this other edge and flatten it out. Then I go over it a couple times just to make sure. So I'm going to put that to the side. Now, with our second piece of paper, you're going to, this is going to be our scratch paper. So we're going to fold this over again. And if I'm ever going too fast, remember that you can pause the video or rewind it back. Now with this portion, we're going to take our pencil or pen or even a marker, but let's go with the pencil or pen. And we're going to create different shapes. So for Valentine's Day, let's make a heart. So I'm going to draw half of a heart. Go. And I think that's a pretty good heart. Okay. Then I'm going to take the scissors and I'm going to cut out that heart. And it's okay if you don't match up directly with the lines. I'll show you exactly what we do. So for this one, I want to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm going to go outside the lines a little bit. There you go. And when I open it up, I have one heart, just like that. Okay? Now you can do that a few different times. You can have them bigger, you can have them smaller. You just want to make sure that they're not too big to cover up, that it won't fit onto here. Okay? Now we made a small heart. Let's make a bigger one. Now I only have white paper, but if you have different color paper like red, orange, or yellow, or pink, whatever color, you can always use those as well. So how about you let me know, what's your favorite color? Tell me in the chat box. I would love to hear your favorite color. All right, and then I'm gonna, now this one, for the big heart, let's try to do our very best to stay right along the line or inside the lines. So we're going to cut, and we're going to take our time, and just to be sure, I'm going to try to stay inside the line. And we're going around and around, making sure that we're staying very safe. Scissors are very sharp, and we don't want to hurt anybody by poking out their eyes or cutting themselves or cutting yourself. We don't want to cut anybody. We want to make sure that we're staying nice and safe while having fun. Now I have this heart here, but you know what? It's got some lines on it, and that's okay because we're going to use the other side. And how you do that is you just fold it the other way. You don't want to press too hard, but just a little bit, and that's going to go actually on the cover of our card. All right, great. So now we have the cover, and then we're saying, oh, well, what about this smaller one? So let's still make another smaller heart. There you go. And you know what? I might even make it a different shape. Just a little bit. And then we're going to cut along these lines. And for the smaller heart, it's okay if you are not directly cutting on the line. And I'll show you why. All right, look, we've got 3 hearts. Okay. Now I'm going to take our first card here, and remember which side is going to be the front. So it's going to be this side is the front. We have the middle and the back. Remember, it's going to open up just like a book. And when we read a book, we read from left to right. Okay? So I'm going to take it and face it towards me. And I'm going to open it up. Okay? And you know what? For some of you, it might even be helpful if you even put a little 1. I'm going to write a 1 right here. Well, maybe with my other pen or pencil. Write the number 1 so that you know what is the first page. Here's a 2, a 3, and a 4. That should help me to remember. So on number 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little hearts here, and first let's start with a light color. So let's use a yellow and a pink. Those are nice colors, yellow and pink. And we can start anywhere on the first page. Oh, let's open up the first page, okay? Just like that. And we can go, and what you're going to do is, you're going to trace inside the shape. Now, even if I get on the edges, it's okay. And I'm going to draw inside, fill it in, and look at that. I've got a heart. Then I might do another one. Do another one right over here. And I've got another heart. So I can do this on the front side, on number 1 and number 4. Now let's use the pink. So we got one over here, one over there. You can do them anywhere. We're gonna keep going. I'm drawing, staying on the inside. Now, whenever you use different colors, you'll start to notice that on your scratch piece of paper, the colors are mixing. So if you do more hearts, you can make them all different colors. But we want to start with lighter colors because they blend a lot better. So I'm going to do that one over there. And I'm going to do a heart over here. Now this one, watch this. I'm going to do streaks. Where you don't have to fill it all in. But even if you don't, it still comes out with a nice shaped heart. And you know what? Let me turn that around. Hopefully that you can see that a lot better. And I'm going to do another one over here. different ways. And then maybe you want some sideways lines. You can do, and this is called horizontal. That's a big word, horizontal. That's when the lines are going from left to right. And I'm going to go back and use the yellow again. Or you know what? What about orange? Yes, orange is a nice color. Or maybe you like green or a light blue. And you can do this with pencils, colored pencils, crayons, and right now I'm using markers. So what happens is that when you use too much of a marker on a piece of paper, you will notice that my shape here, it's getting all wet and the edges are not as rough and sharp. So now we're going to use the next one. But we already have our heart. Now we have some light colors here, but maybe you're like, I want some dark colors, like a dark blue. And that's okay. And we'll do that here as well. So we're gonna use the next shape. There we go. And look at that. And I can do some over here as well. Maybe I want some horizontal lines. Remember that word? Horizontal. And then you're like, I want some different shapes. Well, tell me, what other shapes would you like to see? Maybe a square, or triangles, or diamonds? Or maybe even a star. Well, whenever you want to make new shapes, let's take our piece of paper here. This is our scratch paper. We can cut it in half. Then we take this part. We can cut off these edges that we've already used. Then remember to take the piece of paper and we fold it in half. And when you fold it in half, you're going to take your pen and you're going to draw a new shape. And only half the shape. So I'm going to do a star. And when I do a star, it's going to look like that. Then I take my scissors, and if these are sharp scissors, make sure your parents are there to help you. Parents or guardian, or a aunt or uncle, a grandma, anybody who's there who can help you to stay safe. And this star is a little tricky, so I gotta take my time. Go along the edges. And great. And now I have a star. And with this star, I can place it anywhere I want. And stars are usually bright, so let's use a yellow. But if you want to use a red or a dark blue or a green star, that is great. I love your creativity. And look, I've got a star. Okay. So now we have the outside. We have number 1 and number 4. So now let's think about what we want to put on the inside. So let's go back to, now here's our scratch paper. We're going to put all our scratch paper over here in the pile over here by the glue. And we still have our heart. And I hope this is all able to see. Sometimes this might be a little challenging to see it on a white surface, but we still have our heart here. So now we have this one, okay? So what should we put? Because this is going to go on the inside. We're going to take our 1 and 4. We're going to take our 1 and 4. We're going to take this one and place it on the inside. So what we like to do is on this side, we're going to put 2. And I'll know that I'm going to match up this 2 with that 2. Then when I fold it over again, I see the number 3. And we're going to match up that 3 with this 3 later on. And on the inside, it will be blank. Okay, you can write anything you want. Now please remember, for this project, let's try not to go near the edges, and I'm going to show you later on why not to. So let's try to stay in the middle, and we can write I, and you can put I love you, that's L-O-V-E, and then U is spelled Y-O-U. And then happy. Now if you write too big and you run out of space, guess what you can do? We can abbreviate it. Abbreviate it means to make it shorter. So we can say Happy V-Day. Because Valentine's, you might say, I might not know how to spell that. But you can put a V and a heart. And we'll color it in, or shade it in. Good. Happy V-Day. And then we have to think about, who do we want to write this to? So whoever it is that you want to write that to, we'll put it right here on that line, right there. And we can put it on the outside. Okay. Now I told you that we have this other heart here. You can place this on the front. You can place it on the back. You can place it anywhere in the middle, even over here, wherever you want to place it. Of course, before or after you write the, or before you write the words. So now we can decorate this any way that we want. What color do you want to use? A red, blue, green, purple. Well, it is Valentine's Day, so I'm going to use right here in the middle. I'm going to write a name, and guess whose name it's going to be? It's going to be my mom. And mom is spelled M-O-M. Now using glue, you can glue the back side, and now if I do it like that, I'm going to have some stuff in the background. And then I'll have this, it'll be kind of like a 3D effect. You can do that with your balloons, or not with your balloons, but with your hearts. You can even make these look like balloons by having little strings that go down. That could be a string. And now I have a little parade of balloons, like they look like they're flying away. So that's one way, or you can leave your hearts floating in space. Oh, you know what? On this side, I'm going to add little glitter. So you can either draw glitter, or you can add little polka dot glitter. just using a marker or a pen. You can do the same thing with crayons, but you gotta sometimes press really hard. So I might do that with the crayon. But look at that. Just with my yellow and with my pink, I now have little polka dot glitter falling from the sky. So those are a couple of ideas. So what I'm going to do is on my front side, I have they look like balloons now. I'm gonna take the glue and we're going to put it just along the edge. And very small, not a lot of it. Be very careful. And I'm gonna put it right there. It's covering part of my picture, but that's okay. So remember, we're going to put this on number 1. That's going to be on the front side, so we know who it's to. There's number 1. Now, on the inside, you have number 2 and number 2. We're going to take the glue and we are going to go against the edges here. Actually, let's go a little bit towards the center, not the center, but not directly on the edge. Leave about 1 inch and maybe a little bit. See how I'm smearing it? Okay. Then I'm going to fold it over. I'm going to try to align it. Make sure that the edges connect. There we go. And if I make the crease connect in the center, then that kind of makes it align. Now I might have some edges on the outside, but that's okay. I'm going to use my finger to press down and try to smooth it out. With thicker paper, you won't see those little ridges, but it's okay. We got little bumps here because of the glue. And look, that's coming together. Now with glue, we gotta let it sit for a while, okay? So it's okay if you do the next part or if you want to wait. Now for those using a hot glue gun, you have to be very careful because the glue is very hot and it dries quickly. So I might just do 1 dot here, 1 dot here, and we're on number 3 and number 3, and then maybe a line down the middle to make sure that just like a booklet, it stays together. And I press it down. Now, even when you press it down like this, that glue is still hot, so be careful. Okay. So then now I'm gonna fold it over. So now it's like, oh, look at these little bumps and edges. That's not very straight and perfect. That's okay. You can use regular scissors or you can use these cool little shaped scissors. So if you use the shaped scissors, you're gonna make sure that this dries before you cut it. But for right now, while it's still wet, we're going to use just the regular scissors and we're going to cut along the edges. Okay? Now look at your card now. And on the back, we always want to put what year this was, because sometimes we forget. And it's nice to keep track. So I highly suggest that when you do this at home, take your time. Don't use so much glue, so this way the paper doesn't get wet. And if you use thicker construction paper, it'll make it a lot better, okay, and stronger. But I think this is pretty, and I'm going to give this to my mom today. So I say, I love you, Mom. Happy V-Day. From is F-R-O-M. From Brother A. I'm so glad that you're able to join and participate with us today. Please make sure that you're logging on to Class Dojo. And if you're not a part of our Class Dojo, then please type in the name of your child and then send me your phone number or your email, and then I can send you the login information, and you can take all of your projects and activities that we do throughout the month and you can post them online, and then you can even see them when we post them during our children's church activities. So next week, if you turn it in by Friday, you can have your artwork in our next broadcast. All right, have a great day. If you want a closer relationship with God, or to know the God that we learn about each and every week from the Bible, then say this prayer with me. Say, "Dear God, I believe that Jesus Christ died for my sins, and I believe that God raised him from the dead. I ask you now to come into my heart and save me. Thank you, Lord, for saving me. Amen." And just by doing that, right now there's angels shouting, just rejoicing, playing music. They're excited, fireworks are blasting, everybody's having a wonderful time because you have made the best decision of your entire life. God is proud of you, and I'm so proud of you. And guess what? You don't have to do this alone. Please contact the church. Please email us, call us. Make sure that you reach out so that we can help you on this journey in life. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to learn alone. You are now a part of a huge, gigantic, wonderful family that loves you. Well, that's all for today. I really miss you all, and I hope that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. Please say hi the next time we see each other. I can't wait to see you again. Bye. Bye. Have a great day.